Corporate shareholders generally are entitled to inspect the corporation's books and records to investigate management's conduct, determine the corporation's financial condition, or make sure the corporation's officers and directors are acting appropriately. However, in some states, a shareholder must establish a credible basis for wrongdoing by corporate management to be permitted to inspect corporate books and records. In Seinfeld versus Verizon Communications, the Delaware Supreme Court considered whether a shareholder could establish a credible basis to inspect corporate books and records based on possible corporate mismanagement and waste. Verizon Communications is a large publicly traded telecommunications company incorporated in Delaware and headquartered in New York City. Frank Seinfeld was the beneficial owner of approximately 3,884 shares of Verizon stock. Specifically, Seinfeld held the shares in street name. That is, they were held through a brokerage firm that sold the stock, but owned by the investor who purchased them. On January 28, 2005, Seinfeld sent a written demand to Verizon under Section 220 of Delaware's General Corporation Law, seeking to inspect Verizon's books and records. In his demand, Seinfeld's stated purpose for seeking the books and records was to investigate mismanagement and corporate waste by 3 of Verizon's executives. Seinfeld believed the executives were all performing the same job and being paid amounts, including stock options, above the compensation provided in their employment contracts. Further, based on various calculations he performed, he believed that the executives' compensation, which totaled $205 million over 3 years, was excessive. On February 7, 2005, Verizon refused the demand. Subsequently, Seinfeld sued Verizon in Delaware Court of Chancery under Section 220 of Delaware's General Corporation Law, seeking to compel Verizon to produce its books and records for inspection. Both parties filed cross motions for summary judgment, and the court granted Verizon's motion, concluding that Seinfeld hadn't met his burden of demonstrating a proper purpose for an inspection. Seinfeld appealed to the Delaware Supreme Court.